Good morning, everyone. What a wonderful bloody morning it is. we got Santa's Grotto here today. Look, we've got Santa's Grotto. Next door's put up their Christmas lights. Yeah, good, making a Christmas effort, I suppose. Looks pretty good. We used to have, well, I say used to, I mean sometimes we put up Christmas lights. Most years we put up Christmas lights outside, but this year we ain't bothered because, well, we're just trying to save all the extra dollar that we can. I mean, no one down the road has got any Christmas lights. I think there's one house down the bottom that's got Christmas lights, but no one anywhere's got any Christmas lights. Look, oh, the camera won't turn. Look, ain't a single. No one anywhere's got any, and the reason is, I suppose, they're all trying to save as much dollar as possible. I mean, you can always tell if there's a rich people that just don't care about anything, because they waste electric. So try not to do that, really. Try not to waste any electric, this year especially. But yeah, maybe hopefully next year we'll put up the lights, put all the Christmas tree and everything up, just don't put the outside lights up. We've got some LED lights for the Christmas tree and that's it. They come, we put them on of an evening, but then, like, you know, but when we had the outside lights up, when we you know, normally like last year, we have them on a timer. They come on when it gets dark, about 4 o'clock, and they go off about 10ish, because that's when everyone's asleep anyway, and most people, and so no one's going to be looking at them anyway. So yeah, saves electric that way, saves the electricity. What an absolutely brilliant day. A little bit of rain this morning, but you know, it's lovely. I like the, you know what I like about the winters, right? When you get into winter, you got the dark mornings and you got the dark evenings. I like the summer with the light all over the place, but I like the winter when it's all dark, you know? And you can go to work in the dark, and although it ain't good for our little exploration videos that we normally do, but because you lot can't see none of them churches in the dark, but it's, I like it, you know, darkness. It is good. It's all like inconspicuous, and you're just like getting along your merry way, you know. Oh, I love it. And the coldness, we're due some snow in a couple of days. Woohoo! Ah, what's your lot's opinion on electric then? Because I always have these conversations, you know, and to me, it's not wasting electric if you're doing something that is using the electric, you know, if it's serving a purpose. Like, for example, you know, I've always taught my kids, and in our household, we turn the lights off when we're not using a room. You know, when we're not in a room, we turn the lights off, and we don't have anything running in the room if we're not in there. You know what I mean? Because if you've got a light on in a room when you're not in it and you're not planning on coming back in it anytime soon, that's a waste of electric. You know, but you could have something, I don't know what, let's just say some sort of game or something which uses a hell of a lot of electric, but as long as you're using it, yeah, and it's serving a purpose, it doesn't matter, does it? Because the electric that you're using, it's serving a purpose, you know, and you're using it. As long as you're paying for it, it could use 20 kilowatt an hour, you know. That doesn't matter because you're using that electric. It's serving a purpose, and you're doing a thing. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I was on about people leaving their Christmas decoration, their outside lights on overnight, you know, and past when anybody who's interested is going to be long asleep. When I was younger, when I first moved out into my own home, I put the outside Christmas lights on, and I left them on all night. I did. I just plugged them into the wall, and I left them on all night. And then the next year, when I'd done it, I thought to myself, is there any point I'm going to get a timer? Because then that way I don't waste electric. It's not about, well, it kind of is about money, I suppose. You're wasting your money if you leave them on. You're wasting your own money, but you're also wasting electric in general, you know. And I just think to myself, that ain't worth it. But what I'm trying to say is, if you've got if you're using something, because some people say, sometimes my wife says to me, you know, because she'll leave a light on, she loves leaving lights on in like the kitchen or a bathroom. You know, she'll be sitting in the living room and I'm like, why's the light on in the bathroom? Oh, because in case I want to go in there. Alright, well, you turn it on when you go in there then, can't you? And she said, oh, well, what about when you're out there, you have your CBs on, you have your radios on, they're wasting electric. Yeah, but I only have them on when I'm using them, don't I? So not wasting electric because I'm using them while they're on. When I'm not using them, I turn them off. Yeah, but it's wasting electric. See? If something's serving a purpose, it ain't wasting anything. For example, some people say generators are a waste of diesel. Yeah, or petrol, but mainly diesel because we're on about big industrial ones. Well, if they're running, but they're not actually powering anything, then that's wasting diesel. But if they're running and they're powering, let's say, well, I don't know, something, maybe a computer, yeah, it might just be not a lot of load on it, but it's running and it is powering the computer, which somebody is using. So it's not wasting. It might be disproportionate, it might be unnecessary amount of diesel just to run a computer, but if they need to run that computer and that's the only means of electric they can get there, which is why they need a generator, then it's not being wasted, is it? Because it's being used for a purpose. See what I'm trying to say, you lot? Things that are being used for a purpose aren't a waste. I must add to that though, it may be a waste, as I said, that it's relevant to what it means. So the size of generator could be better decided. If you want to just run a computer, you don't need a massive fuck off diesel generator. You need a little one, yeah, a little one that puts out just enough electric, you know, 500 watt or less to power that computer, and that will use a lot less fuel. That way it's not being wasted as much. If you've got a 20 kVA generator, yeah, running all day long just to power a little computer, then you are wasting diesel, but it's still serving a purpose, so it's not as bad as it just been on doing nothing. So if you've got a light on in a room and you're not in that room, you're not going to go back in that room for another 4 hours, turn the light off. Stop wasting electric. Bloody, I don't know how we got onto that. That was very off topic, but it's just something that popped into my head, so I thought we'd talk about it. And today, I think it's about the 5th of December, so we've gone past the 1st of December, so I can officially say to you lot, Merry Christmas, because it is now Christmas. Yeah, it is officially Christmas. The month of December is Christmas month. That is now. We are in December, so it is Christmas, you lot. Yep. We usually put our decorations up, like the tree and everything, on the 1st, but so much has been going on, I haven't had a chance. It was only last night, like, this is Monday this morning, so it was only last night, Sunday night, we were sitting there, well, we weren't sitting there, we've been busy as hell, flat out like donkeys, but, what was I saying? Forget what I was saying. Yeah, that's it, we come in and everything, started tidying up after we come in from, we had to go and do a bit of food shopping because we run out of food, and, I said, let me go. So I went up in the loft, sorted all the Christmas tree out, got it all down, we put the Christmas tree up. And it's the 5th of December. But anyway, it is officially Christmas, so you can, you know, a lot of people deciding they're putting up their decorations and shops putting stuff on the shelves, Christmas stuff in bloody October, November. The trouble is, by the time it becomes to December, the novelty's worn off and you're fed up with it. I mean, I know I would be. I'm fed up with it already with other people doing it. So we normally do ours on the 1st of December. That way it's still a novelty and it's still exciting for us and the kids. You know, it's still warm and cozy by Christmas Day. If you put it up before Christmas Day comes, it ain't warm and cozy, it's just normal now to have a Christmas tree in the living room, and it ain't all fun, is it? But as long as you keep that warmth and that noveltiness keep it a short period of time. We used to leave the tree up until January, but I must admit the last couple of years, Boxing Day evening, the tree comes down. Because we're just fed up with it. We want that bit of space back. I mean, the living room's so small that we have to remove everything out the corner of the living room. The table, the chairs, not the table and chairs, the bloody boxes of toys. Table and chairs? We haven't got a table and chairs. Bloody Jesus. The boxes of toys and that, because the kids' bedrooms ain't big enough to have the toys in, so they have to live in the living room. But then we have to move them out, and we put them in boxes and put them in the corner of the conservatory, and then we put the Christmas tree in that corner in the living room. But by the end of bloody Christmas Day, we can't wait to have that space back again, because then we can have our conservatory back, because the toys can go back in the corner of the living room. So it's just like, right, get rid of that bloody tree. So come on then, you lot, let me know, when do you put up your Christmas decorations? When do you put up your Christmas tree? How do you stand with all the lights and all that? Do you try to save electric, you know, well, back normally or nowadays? Let me know what you do. I love knowing all about it. You know, everyone's got different traditions, everyone's got different ways of doing things, and to me, putting your tree up before the 1st of December is just taking all the excitement and novelty out of it, but by Christmas Day. But yeah, you know, just stick it in the comments, you lot. I tell you what we used to do, we wouldn't be doing it nowadays, but I can't anyway, even if I wanted to, so we have to have a plastic tree. But a few times, back when I had the van, remember when I had that Renault Traffic van, right? And that was good, you can fit stuff in it. We went out and we bought Christmas trees. Yeah, we went out and we bought a Christmas tree a few times. I don't know what type of breed of Christmas tree, Rhode Island Red or something, I don't know. Lovely Christmas trees, a couple of years running we done it. Stuffed it in the van, good handy van that. And lovely trees, and the smell of them, I know what breed it is, it's off the top of my head now, the one that smells, you know what I mean? I forget what it is now, I can't remember, but it's the breed of tree what smells lovely, pine, all the time. Yeah, we got those trees and they were lovely, but the trouble is nowadays one can't afford a bloody tree, because even then, back then they were £50 a tree, and back then with everything being as it was, things were a bit cheaper. We could afford £50. We saved up over the year for the tree, little few pounds we put away, and by the Christmas time comes we have £50, we can buy a tree. And having a real tree was a bit more of a treat. Do you know what I mean? Having a plastic tree, because that's what we've got in the loft. We always say the plastic tree. The plastic tree that we use is about 30 years old, and you know, having a plastic tree is nice. You know, it's nice having a Christmas tree up. But having a real one, there's something about it, it's just, and the smell of it, when you come home of an evening and the smell in the living room is just pine trees, or, you know, whatever. Well, that's what the smell reminds me of. What you lot were going to say, that smells not pine trees. Well, that's what the smell reminds me of, when you go into a pine forest, you know. And, yeah, it's just lovely, lovely. But we can't do it now even if we wanted to, because I haven't got a van, so I can't stick the tree in it. The tree's not going to fit in here, is it? In a little Kia Picanto, it won't fit. So yeah, what do you lot do? Do you lot have real trees, plastic trees? What do? Do you have those? Have you seen those ridiculous ones, right? This is how lazy people are getting in this modern day and age, right? Really lazy people, right? If you're a lazy person, then fair enough, I suppose. You can buy trees which are fully decorated already. So all you have to do is take it out of the box and plug it into the wall, and they light up. Some of them have got lights on, which are glued on. Other ones are fibre optic. I can't understand it. You're paying about 120 quid. Some of them are more. I was looking in, because I don't even know why I get it. I've never bought anything from John Lewis, I don't think, but I get a John Lewis catalogue come through the door. Never, it's too expensive for me, John Lewis. But I was looking in this catalogue, and some Christmas trees are £400–500, right? Pre-lit trees, pre-decorated, baubles a lot. What the hell? 7-foot tree. Unbelievable, you know. but you can get a pre-decorated tree. How lazy. So these days, what you can do, you can get these Alexa things with these lights. So all you got to do is say, Alexa, light on, or whatever. Living room light on, kitchen light on, or whatever. And it turns a light on for you. Because people are so lazy, they don't want to walk in and flick a light switch. They just want to sit there and talk to a robot. So we've got Alexas, right? Laziness. And then we've got, or you've got the other Google one, haven't you? And now we've got, as well, pre-decorated Christmas trees to add to the laziness and to make it even more lazy-friendly. You haven't even got to go down the shop and buy it yourself. You can just sit there in your settee, being extremely lazy, on your telephone unit, order a Christmas tree, it comes to your door. The only thing that you've got to do, which means you've actually got to lift a finger, is go to the front door and open the door, accept the tree, close the front door, take it out the box and plug it in the wall. That is, we are the pinnacle at the moment of laziness. I mean, we have a very easy life compared to the Victorians, the Tudors, you know, when Henry VIII was alive in 15 whatever. That was a very hard life back then, yeah, so we live in a very easy life. Trouble is, we live in a too easy life. That's what I think. I think things are too easy for people, you know. Sitting there, you know, Alexa, living room light on. You know, it's just like, bloody hell. Flick a light switch. Get up and flick a light switch. Do you know what I mean? I can't understand it. I can't understand it. I feel physically and not mentally. I don't. My head is just my head. My head's in clouds as it is always. But I feel physically like if I don't get up and if I'm just sitting down, like if I'm having a bit of a lazy day and I'm just sitting on the settee, I feel physically like unhappy. Like my body feels wrong. Yeah, I've got to get up. So if I was just to sit there and sit there all day and go, Alexa, turn on the Hoover, and the little robotic Hoover comes out, starts hoovering the floor, and I go, Alexa, living room light on, and the light comes on, and I'm still sitting there doing fuck all, I would feel so terrible. You've got to get up. If I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I want the light on, I'll get up, I turn the switch, I sit down again. That's better, the light's on there, lovely. You know? I don't know, crazy old life. I'll tell you what, it'll all go tits up, because the modern generation of kids now that are being born and raised up now will be so lazy that no one will want to do any work, because it's bad enough as it is at the moment. You can't get a young person really to want to actually take an interest in a job and do a job. No one's going to want to do any work. Everything's going to grind to a halt, because all the old timers, you know, all the people now that are actually working, me and everyone else in shops and things, I mean, we were walking around the shops at the weekend, yeah, getting the food and all that. And a lot of these young people that are stacking shelves, they don't give a uncle's monkey, right? They're not interested in any job. I know you're going to say, yeah, well, stacking shelves is boring. Well, they're the ones that picked the job, they wanted to go and do it. I mean, and they don't want to do anything. Trying to get someone to come and do in this industry now, plant driving, yeah, you can't get anyone. It's all full of old people, yeah. There are some young people, but they have no interest in the job, so they don't do a good job because they've not got an interest in it. You know, they don't care about it. All they do is turn up and moan that they've had to turn up for work. So when all the old people retire. And all my generation, yeah, well, a lot of my generations don't want to do it either, but the ones that do, when we all retire, there won't be any people left, because everyone will be so lazy. You know, they'll be sitting there at home with their Alexas, telling them to turn on and off the lights. Robotic vacuum cleaners, pre-decorated Christmas trees, cars that drive themselves, right? They won't want to do any work. Their businesses will, it will, you know, it will. Life is what you make it, and life is bloody brilliant, you know what I mean? So, everything is brilliant, so just go and enjoy it, you know what I'm trying to say? Bloody hell, don't be lazy. Laziness is a killer. Anyway, you lot have a lovely day. I hope you enjoy yourselves, I hope you enjoy your week, because today's Monday. And well, I don't know what day you'll be seeing this, because you probably see this on Wednesday, because I've already put a video out today, so you'll be seeing this on Wednesday. So have a lovely end of the week and a lovely weekend, and a Merry Christmas to you all, and I'll see you on the next one. I've got plenty of stuff to be doing. I've got a garage full of projects, so there's plenty of stuff coming up, bike builds and mini bike builds, BMXs. I've got a mini BMX I've got to restore, loads of stuff coming up. So I'll catch you lot on the next one. Enjoy yourselves and try not to be too lazy, because it's very, very bad for you. Very, very bad laziness. On the contrary to that, put in the comments, are you lazy? If you're a lazy person, if you've got Alexas, clappers, as you do in America, all them other things, a pre-decorated tree, all the lazy stuff, put it in the comments. I want to hear about it. Let's hear the lazy people. Catch you later on. You lot, all the best.